Hello everyone and welcome to the table. So today we're checking out a tool from WORKPRO. So they sent this one on over. So in full disclosure, this was sent to me for the purposes of making a video. However, these are my opinions and they have no input on what I'm going to tell you in this video today. So this one is the WORKPRO Titanium Utility Folding Knife. And so again, it is a utility blade holder, but it very much leans towards the pocket knife world and has a lot of really cool features in it that make it very easy to carry and use. So we'll check this one out. So we can see, again, this is a folding utility knife. We can see the blade, when closed, is fully enclosed in the handle. Very easy to pocket. We have a pocket clip on this side right here. Pocket clip is single position only. It's going to be a tip down right-hand side carry. And it has very robust Torx T8 screws holding it in place. You can see those screws right there have a very deep setting on them, so they are very robust. And so if you wanted to remove the pocket clip, you could do so, again, with a T8 Torx bit. The action of the knife itself, we can see it has a thumb stud for right-hand side opening, and this locks into place. So there is a liner lock right here. And so the lock is actually very solid. So there's no play up and down, side to side in this knife. So the blade holder is what they are referring to when they call this a titanium utility knife. This piece right here is made out of titanium, I suppose, for the durability aspect of it. You can see the little titanium marking right there. And the handles themselves, these are aluminum. And so this comes in aluminum and G10. So if you really want that super grippy material, you want that black G10 handle, that's also an option for this knife. Has that big WORKPRO logo on there. And of course, WORKPRO, when I hear WORKPRO, I tend to think tools because they produce a whole lot of tools, a lot of tool accessories. And so this is just another one in their lineup. And what makes this one really nice is in comparison to a lot of standard utility knives, when it comes to our blade right here, not only is it easy to change out, but we get a lot of exposed edge. So take a look at how much cutting edge we get with this standard utility blade. And so let me show you in comparison. When you buy your standard utility knife, like this one right here, you can check out how much cutting edge of that utility blade you get. So with the WORKPRO, we're getting a little bit more than average. So that's kind of a cool feature right there. And that being said, since this is a liner lock design, it's very easy to actuate. So opening and closing it can easily be done one-handed. So there's no issues there. The actual blade and blade holder, it runs on bearings in the pivot right here, which means that it's very smooth and easy to actuate. So if you just hold the lock open and swing it, you can see how easily that swings back and forth. So that means it's easy to open and close, feels pretty solid in hand. And again, like I said, very, very fidgetable, if anything. But let's go ahead and check and see how to change out the blade. We have the blade holder right up here. It's on a spring, so we can push this up and take the blade right out. Very easy to do. So there is no tool required to change out this utility blade. You can see that just moves up and down. It's on a spring in there. And you just slide the blade right back in and you are locked into place. That is a beauty. So I really do like it when these knives have an easy way to change the blades. And we'll see some other knives in a few minutes that actually don't even offer that. But the look of the knife is very nice. Our pivot right here is just a plain square, nice shiny shiny pivot on there. And the actual pivot screw is going to be on this reverse side underneath the pocket clip. So if for some reason you had to tighten it or take this tool apart, you would just have to remove the pocket clip first. We do have a nice big lanyard hole here on the back and a nice little back spacer. This is a red aluminum, so it gives you some of that visual pop. But this slim size makes it very easy to pocket. So when it's closed, you can see it's just a little rectangular shape, very even on all sides. Nothing is really protruding very far or sticking out. Our thumb stud only sticks out a little bit from the handle. And so this is very much a right-hand side use knife. If you're a lefty, this one's going to be kind of hard to open, you know, if possible, to open with one hand. So as a right-handed user, very easy to use. If you're a left-handed user, it's going to be a two-handed opener. So just to be aware. The thumb stud here is very recessed into the handle, but even with gloves, I noticed it was still very doable, very easy to open and close. So there was really no problem. Even if you're wearing work gloves, you can still definitely use this tool. But I think, again, this utility blade holder, this utility knife, it very much leans towards the pocket knife side of things. So it's very natural to want to compare this to some other competitive options that exist in the market currently, because this year, 2024, late 2024 now, there have been a lot of great knives coming out that use your standard utility blade. And so this one from WorkPro is a great one. I'm thinking one from O-Knife right here on the table. So this right here, very similar size and shape. We can see, again, a lot of exposed edge, very squarish handles, G10 on this one, deep carry pocket clip. So let's put those side by side. This one right here is called the O-Tackle U1, the U1. So it's a little tiny bit smaller in overall size, but again, this is more of a pocket knife in my opinion, because it has checks all those boxes essentially. Deep carry clip, easy to open and close. We also have one from Civivi, and of course Civivi, if you're familiar with the brand, they are known for very high quality pocket knives. So this one has a flipper tab, button lock design, aluminum handles, and again, a lot of exposed edge right here. So this is the Civivi Elementum utility blade. And we can see size is very similar to the WorkPro. And even one more on the table that I have for you right here. This right here comes to us from New Knives, and they call this one the Companter. But again, another liner lock action, nice exposed utility blade right there, thumb studs, and again, even a little bigger than the WorkPro. But again, this year, 2024, has been the year for your utility blade knives to really make a resurgence, use a lot of modern materials and locks and things of that nature. But where the WorkPro is actually kind of nicer than all these other knives is in the blade changes. Because like I showed you, you pop it out and you pop it back in, and it's easy to do as I struggle. But yeah, it's really easy to change the blade. Whereas with this one right here, there is a tool required. You have to, use a Torx bit to unscrew this little screw, and then the blade comes out. With this one right here, there is a little turn wheel that you can turn and get the blade out, but it's kind of tight if you want the blade to not rattle. And it's the same story with the O-Knife right here. Again, a little thumb screw, which you have to really tighten down if you want to get that blade in and out. So it's not super easy. It's not fast at all. And so if you are in a working environment where you really want to quickly, change your blades out often, you definitely want to have something that's easy like this, and in my experience, most working utility blades use something more like this. So just something to keep in mind. But I thought all of those were pretty decent comparisons, to be honest with you. And they're all kind of within that same ballpark, that sub, $50 price point. But this one coming in at $25, at least currently on Amazon right now, I think it's a really great deal. Has a lot of very nice pocket knife-like features in something that is very carryable and lightweight. So speaking of weight, let's go ahead and see how much this thing weighs. So let's get the scale out here. So our WorkPro utility blade holder, utility knife, 3 ounces, 3.01. So not super heavyweight at all. And with these aluminum handles, not surprising. Let's go ahead and check out the size of the knife. So open size right here is coming in, as you can see, pretty much right at 6 inches long. So it's not a big tool, it's not a heavy tool, but it's more likely something you're actually going to stick in your pocket and carry with you and have with you when you actually need it. So very nice tool. Only thing I could really complain about is that for left-handed users, it's going to be not a one-hand opener or one-hand opening experience. That thumb stud is just very recessed and hard to get in there as a lefty, so you're going to want to open it with your right hand. Do appreciate getting this nice full grip on a working utility knife. Very nice tool overall. Comes with some extra blades as well. So 10 blades that came with it. Can never get enough of those. But if you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment below. I'd hope to hear from you soon, and hope every one of you out there has a knife day. See you later.